everyone? We are back with another review, and today we're going to be going through, well, normally I would do my yearly top 10 Funko drops of the year. Now we're going to do, how about my top 10 pickups for the year, because, I don't know, the drops weren't really that great this year. So, without further ado, let's hop right into this review. What do I really mean by, like, the drops weren't that great this year? Well, there really wasn't a lot of stuff that really intrigued me to make purchases this year out of the stuff that they dropped. I mean, if you want an endless sea of Eternals pops, you could probably find something for yourself, or just the countless blacklight pops that have been like ran into the ground. So let's go into this. It's 10, and again, these are going to be my personal pickups that I liked from this year, from the Funko drops, or just Funko drops period, whether it's from Funko or from elsewhere. But you'll see what I'm talking about in a second when I say that. So first one on the list, we got number 10. We got Freddy Funko as Prince Adam. This is awesome because in the Blacklight battle, they did a bunch of Freddy Funko head swaps, and they did limited piece counts for them. They're all different piece counts. I'm glad that they included Motu in that. That's pretty awesome. As a fan of Motu, I collect Motu. I collect a lot of things, but I'm glad that they included that in that drop of all those Freddy Funkos. It's like Motu didn't get forgotten. I think that's pretty cool. So next one we got is WonderCon. We got the 2-pack Donald, Shoulder Angel, and Devil. Now, this one is a really cool drop because they're bringing back the Mickey and Friends line. I really like the classic Disney characters that they're doing. We got like an Angry Donald coming out. We got a Daisy Duck, which is awesome. We might even get some more of the nephews. I don't know. Maybe another Scrooge. Who knows? But here we go. We got a 2-pack of Donald's Shoulder Angel and Devil, classic from the cartoons. And again, I don't know, this is WonderCon, but I don't know where it was shared with, because I believe I got this from Funko. I want to say I got this from Funko. I don't know. If you know where this is shared with, let me know down in the comments below. It's either Hot Topic maybe, or a Box Lunch. One of those two, I think. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, if I got it from them, I probably would remember where I got it from, but I don't. So, 2-pack of Donald, that's pretty cool. And I do think that we got a couple more of these coming out for the end of the year. Or they're going to be the beginning of 2023. Like I said, the Mickey and Friends line is kind of getting relaunched, because I think it's like a 100-year anniversary of Disney. So they're kind of going into that a little bit. So next up we got is the die-cast line. So this was the first one. I have this in a pop armor to keeps the bottom in real nice. It's a real nice display piece, and it's super heavy. But the die-cast line, hit or miss. Hit or miss, hit and miss for this one. That's what I'd say. Because they hit it with, I think this is awesome. The etched case is beautiful. A lot of people would make these as customs for people. They would custom etch like these pop armors. And Funko was like, well, people are doing this in the community, so let's adapt this to our own line and create something. Great idea. Let's create a die-cast Funko Pop. Great idea. Let's make it have a chase. Good idea. Let's execute that chase. Bad idea, because they didn't do it right. The die-cast chases are all unpainted slugs. They're just unpainted, like, aluminum slugs from the die-cast line. So it's almost like before you would want to get, you'd get a bunch of commons and you'd want to hit the chase. Now, you don't want to hit the chase because the common's where it's at. You know what I mean? Like, an unpainted Boba Fett wouldn't really be very cool. I don't know. I know a lot of people, like, tried to get the chase and went after it. And it does have, like, pretty good value. But it would have been so much cooler if they did maybe like a prototype Boba Fett or something else. They could have just used the same mold, which is fine. This is a cool mold. Of course, this is an awesome stance mold for Boba Fett. But they could have just painted it. You know what I mean? And it kind of set a precedence going forward. And every single chase, they're like, well, they bought it. They bought it. And they really liked the chase. And then every single one after that had an unpainted chase. And it's almost like, are we stupid, Funko? Like, why would we want something that's unpainted? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. People like prototypes. I don't look at that in that version like the unpainted one is like a prototype. I look at it as in like, you guys cheaped out and you didn't finish it out. You know what I mean? It's an unpainted slug. That is one issue I do have with the die-cast line and some of the stuff that Funko did this year. That was the new thing, and I think they did a great job with the common Boba Fett, but like I said, I don't think they did a really good job with any of the chases. So glad they did Boba Fett. That's awesome. That's definitely staying in the collection for sure. Die-cast, painted up Boba Fett. Awesome. All right, next we got another WonderCon drop. 3,000 piece She-Ra. This is the metallic version of She-Ra. I actually like this because the metallic soda is the chase. So this is really cool to have this one. They did a normal standard drop of her. Then we have the glow-in-the-dark version of her. And now we have a metallic version. So we got the whole gamut. Next thing we're going to get Blacklight She-Ra, you know what I mean? With the same mold. But I really like the metallic one. This is probably the one that you could have done and just left it at that. The metallic She-Ra is perfect. You know what I'm saying? This is good. 3,000 pieces on that. So a nice little limited piece. That came with the Loungefly bag. They just did another 3,000 piece drop on the Temple of Darkness Sorceress, which is basically the sorceress in an all-white garb. And then she's diamond. So, yeah, like I said, we already have a sorceress. They just took her, painted her white, and then diamonded her. There you go. But that's a 3,000 piece one. That one hasn't gotten here yet. It probably wouldn't be on my top 10. Out of the two 3,000 piece drops, the She-Ra one's probably the better one. For me personally, I like that one. I like She-Ra. I think she's a good character. So next one we got is a soda drop. Probably the best soda drop, in my opinion, of all time. Of all time. We have the Galactic Convention Boba Fett. I took the base off of him. That's why he looks a little weird to you. This is really great. This Galactic Convention drop was a cell-shaded Boba Fett, which dropped... This dropped after the Common and Chase regular soda were announced. They were announced, I believe, in February of this year, and then this came in May, or April, May, around there sometime. So we knew we were getting the Common and Chase, and then when they announced this, it was like, oh, awesome, you know what I mean? But we ended up getting this one first, because I think my case of Bobas didn't arrive till, I want to say, either August or September of this year. But this one, like I said, is a really cool one. I love the cell-shaded look. We have a cell-shaded comic coming with Boba Fett. So I'm really excited for that as well. That's going to be one. I might get two of those and actually maybe hang one of them up. I think it's actually a really nice piece. So here's the common Boba Fett, which we talked about. Here's the base right here. They're removable. I mean, they're slightly glued on there. They put a little dab of glue on the inside of the hole. So when you break it off, it doesn't pull the paint off the bottom of the feet. Here, I'll show you that. See? I mean, that is them doing some kind of touch-up work. So I don't know what that is, but like I said, they put a little bit of glue in there and just stuck it in there in the hole. So anyway, there's the common. Here is the prototype, which is the Chase. The all-white Empire Strikes Back one. Very cool. Like I said, this would have been awesome if you did this to the die-cast. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would want to collect the Chase if you did it like a prototype die-cast. I'm totally fine with, you know, the same mold just being a different color. What I'm not fine with is getting something unpainted. You know what I mean? And you're trying to tell me that that's like highly sought after. You know what I mean? No, thank you. What I did do, though, I like this soda so much that Funko did. Again, perfect mold, perfect drop for this. This is awesome. I took the rest of my case I got from Spastic Collectibles, which is now Ralphie's Funhouse, and I customized them. This is first appearance holiday special Boba Fett. You can see the tuning fork on his rifle. Pretty cool. Did also paint up the jetpack and everything, just like how he had it. So that was awesome. Again, bases come off of these pretty easy. I also made a Jango Fett. Check that out. So we got a whole little line of Mandalorians here. I mean, I really like this mold, as you can tell. Full on blue and silver metallic Jango Fett. Love it. Very cool. Next up, we did a Jaster Muriel, which is very dope. I'm able to have one of these in my collection. Don't really even think we'll ever get a pop of him, but I think it's awesome to have him in the collection. Again, removable base, really cool. Even did my own Artist Series 1. This one is my Sunset Fett, which I basically did a 3-tone spray. We did highlighter fluorescent pink. I also did a highlighter fluorescent orange and then yellow. And then what I did was, after all that dried, I did a drip of soap on it, which is why you see these streaks. And then once the soap dried, I washed it all off with water. And then what it ended up turning out is these really dope streaks. And I named this Sunset Fett because, you know, it looks like a sunset. So it's pretty cool. And Sunset Fett goes together really well. So pretty cool. Even got to crank out a little artist one out of that little batch. But as you can see, loved that soda. Best soda drop of the year, in my opinion. Again, that's a winner. That is a winner, 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 winner. I mean, I had fun with the whole case of those. Let's talk about the next drop that I liked. We got the Toy Tokyo San Diego Comic-Con Laser Power He-Man. Now, this one is really cool. We got the same head sculpt for him. We got a different body sculpt. This one, he does have the nice little backpack in the back there. There's the sword with the acrylic blade. Now, this would have been a great opportunity for Funko to actually do a lights feature on this pop, which would have made it way more appealing to people. This pop is still for sale, I believe, on Toy Tokyo, and it's still on Funko. It's actually on sale on Funko right now. And this is from San Diego Comic-Con. It's almost the end of the year. It's almost middle of December here. So the fact that he didn't get bought up, it just, obviously you can see the appeal factor maybe is in decline. But like I said, this would have been a great opportunity to make us light up. If you want to see what it looks like lit up, I made one myself. I bought 3 of these, and I customized one. I put a little LED at the base of the acrylic sword, and I ran a CR2032 battery into the backpack, and I wired it through the vinyl. So I was able to do it pretty easily, which means Funko could have done it too. I mean, he even has this arm brace, which you could definitely run the wire through that. I don't know. I mean, that's me doing it after it's been created. Imagine being able to create this with all that stuff built in, where it's even easier for them to do. So like I said, I think this was a missed opportunity, but a great opportunity for them to make a actual purposeful lights feature for a Funko Pop, versus us getting this same Darth Vader mold with the Force choke. We got him in 10-inch pop lights and sounds. Nobody asked for that. You know what I'm saying? But what we did ask for is a light up sword for the laser power He-Man. That would have been dope. You know what I mean? So next up, so like I said, these are my top 10 pickups for the year, things that I picked up from Funko, or Funko products for the year, instead of it just being top 10 drops. So here is an awesome pickup for the year, which is probably my favorite one from this entire year. Last year, it was Chevy Chase, but this one really takes the cake. All right, the Tamara Morrison 150-piece Boba Fett. I got the exact one I wanted from the drop. I believe they did 4 different versions. The $7 a pop signature series, if you're not familiar with it, check it out. Very awesome. They get some really great signatures come through, especially like if you're a 80s 90s kid. This is going to be like the signature series drop is going to be centered around that. You know, I mean, they dropped Mighty Ducks last year. So anyway, this Boba Fett was a great signing. I got this during Denver Fan Expo. I remember being at Denver Fan Expo talking to Curtis while this was dropping, and I got in there, bought this. I believe it was $150. And when I scooped it up, I was like, yes. I'm like, that's all I wanted. That's all I wanted was to get that. And it sold out. And I was like, oh my gosh, now I got to hope that I get the right one. The one I actually want, which is him standing there with his pistol and the blaster, which is exactly the one I got. I got the exact one that I wanted. They had an autographed Jango Fett, which would have been the other one. Like if I got this one or the Jango, that's like the 2 optimal ones. But I at least got the version of Boba that I wanted. I wanted his signature really bad because I got Jeremy Bullock. I got Daniel Logan. I know there's a few other guys that played Boba Fett, especially in like the 1, 2, and 3, episode 1, 2, and 3. Anyway, Tamara Morrison, awesome drop, $7 a pop. Again, if you're not familiar with them, go check them out. Signature series are absolutely fire. All right, next one we got is going to be a set that I have asked for since I started collecting Funko Pops. And if you followed my videos, probably don't know this one, but I used to do videos where I would do concept Funko Pops that I would love to see come to market, and I would talk about those. And this was one of the ones that I really wanted. We got the Soprano set. We got Tony Soprano. We got Silvio Dante. We got Christopher Moltisanti. We got Carmela Soprano. And we got a Paulie Walnuts, a Paulie Gualtieri. Look at that. We got this set here. There's also going to be an exclusive Tony, which is Tony with the robe and his ducks. You get 1 duck. It's an Amazon exclusive. We'll put that one over here, I guess, for now in our imagination, because that comes in on January 4th. That was supposed to be released already with these pops. They sold out instantaneously. Paulie sold out instantaneously. They did a restock. He sold out again. So this is a great set. I don't know how many of these that they actually made for people. I can imagine these aren't going to be on clearance at places. That's for sure. But this is a set that I've asked for personally, and I'm so glad that they made it. They did it awesome too. We got Tony, we got the Silvio with his famous You know what I'm saying? Where he's impersonating Pacino. He's like, they pulled me back. They pulled me out and then they pulled me back in. You know what I mean? Or they brought me back out and then pulled me back in. That's that quote from that episode. I think it's episode 3 or something where they skip the intro. Then you got Christopher here with the Schwilledel in the box where he went to the bakery and shot the dude's foot. Paulie with his track jacket on, and Carmela with her makeup all over the face. She did a really good job with that. So, and Tony looks pissed there, you know what I mean? So that's definitely season 1 Tony right there. So I like it. I really dig it. This is awesome. I hope they don't run this line to the ground and do a bunch of different ones because they know that these were kind of popular. That would be awesome if they don't run it to the ground. But I'm just glad that we got it. So that's coming in at my number 3 spot. I know we kind of haven't been going through the numbers because, again, it's kind of been a little bit different than normal. Because normally I would go through just the 10 drops for the whole year, no matter what it is. But like I said, this year is a little different. We're just going to do my top 10 pickups Funko-wise. So coming in at number 2 is going to be one that I'm so glad that we got. And I don't care that they've already reused the mold. We have flocked Battle Cat. We got He-Man on top, which is awesome. We have a flocked Panther, which was a limited run through Funko Shop. Got that. And then this one, also, they have a special edition sticker for this one, too. I do have that one as well. But just know that this one is really an awesome piece, and it didn't sell out. I mean, there were mountains of these things at Target. There were mountains of these things at Target up till probably July. At my Targets, at least, I live in a big city. So not a lot of people looking to go after these. And dang, I thought this was going to be like one of those ones that you're going to really have a hard time finding. But it wasn't. And I got this in a special edition sticker. I got the Target Con one, and I also bought a third one to have out of box. So, love it. Flocked Battle Cat. How awesome is that, right? That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. It would be great to see a few more pops come out of that line. I had to make a custom Teela. It would be nice to get Teela. It would be nice to get a He-Man or even the Green Goddess. Oh man, it'd be great to get, because you can use the Teela mold and just make her skin green, you know what I mean? And then she's the Green Goddess. And then you can do a Castle Grayskull Pop Town. You could do the Green Goddess with the Pop Town Castle Grayskull. That would be awesome. We don't need another He-Man. He-Man doesn't need to be with Castle Grayskull. Castle Grayskull should either be with King Randor or the Sorceress, the Green Goddess Sorceress, or the Green Goddess Teela, because that's technically the same mold. They reused it for the Green Goddess and for Teela. So anyway, that would be cool to see. Like I said, love Motu. I think they've done really good with Motu, but there's a few that I would love to see. And like I said, top 2 would probably be Teela and then the Green Goddess with Castle Grayskull. Let's go to number 1. I've been delaying it long enough. What is my top number 1 drop from Funko for the year? This one. Pretty easy, pretty simple. 18-inch Boba Fett. 18-inch Boba Fett. Freaking phenomenal. I mean, I know I was complaining about the same force choke mold that they use for Vader. This is the same mold that they've used pretty much for Boba Fett on like so many. But it's a great mold. This is a great mold for Boba Fett, and I love it. This 18-inch one, I got 2 of these. This is how cool this is. Now, this thing is really neat. No one really talks about it for some reason, but on the outside of the case that I got, it actually had an 1100 piece count on it. So I'm pretty sure this 18-inch Boba Fett was not made in mass, and that it is a true 1100 piece Boba Fett, and no one's talking about it. You get an 1100 piece Boba Fett, it's worth usually like I don't know, what's the one that they drop with the camo? That one's like $1,000. But this one, it's on clearance right now for $69. If you want one of these and you can find one, scoop it up, 1100 piece Boba Fett. If you're a fan of Boba Fett, now's the time to buy for $69. So, 18-inch Boba Fett, by far is the huge win, probably the best pop of the year, best 18-inch drop, period. The only thing that could be better than this is an 18-inch He-Man, Skeletor, or Scareglow. That would only thing that would be better than this. Or an 18-inch Scrooge McDuck. But I'm not going to go there. It would be cool to get an 18-inch Freddy Funko, too. I mean, there's tons of 18-inch pops that would be cool. But this one was perfect, well needed. Glad to have them. And it was very easy to acquire, thankfully. So why don't you do this? Let me know down in the comments below. What were your personal 10 pickups from Funko? What were your top 10 period? What did you like from the drops that I overlooked here that you might have had in your collection? I know personally, if you're an anime collector, this was probably a good year for you. They did a lot of great anime drops. They might have oversaturated the market with anime drops, but it looks like they hit a lot of people's fandoms with the anime drops. So I guess if you're an anime collector, this year probably was pretty good for you. But for me personally, Masters Universe, they dropped some good Boba Fett stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it was good stuff for me this year, just not the volume, I guess, as I normally would be collecting from them. Because it's just nothing really intrigued me. So, but you let me know what intrigued you down in the comments below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Want more content like this, subscribe for more, because I do reviews every single day. So look out for that, and have a great rest of your day.